Our chapter talk this week covers building responsible knowledge, and primarily we are going to look specifically at researching on the internet, because let's be real, that is where we get 99.9% of our information. So one key learning objective: identify basic strategies for conducting, evaluating, and recording research from internet sources. Okay, so everything we talk about today is going to guide us how to acquire responsible knowledge online. The first thing we're going to look at then are the two primary types of websites we use when researching. That is advocacy websites and information websites. So let me explain them both to you, and then we'll look at some samples. Okay, an advocacy website advocates, okay? The definition of advocacy, as you can see down here, is the act of pleading or arguing in favor of something, a cause, a policy, an interest. Pleading or arguing, okay? Advocacy sites are emotionally charged. They are trying to raise awareness, but most importantly, persuade. Persuade people to act, persuade people to vote, persuade people to donate. Whereas we contrast that with information sites. Their purpose on an information website is to inform, to teach a reader or give information about a particular topic, okay? So information websites provide factual info. They are typically supported with research, reports, and statistics. So you can see how the two compare and contrast. They're both teaching, bringing awareness, but an advocacy site's primary purpose is persuading people to act, where an information site's primary purpose is to inform, to teach. So let's look at a couple sample websites. Here is an advocacy site from an organization that I wholeheartedly support, and that is the Helpline Center. A dear friend of mine is the director of the Helpline, commonly referred to as the 211. So you'll see an advocacy site here. Okay, as you look at this, what awareness is being raised? What persuasion is present? Now, I realize this is just a screenshot, but what awareness is being raised? Find help, statewide, programs, coronavirus, Lyft rides. The advocacy here is help. Now let's look at what persuasion is present, okay? Calendar, about, here we see a donate tab, contact, careers, programs, and so forth. So this is an advocacy site because it is bringing awareness and it is persuading people to act. The second advocacy site we're going to look at is another organization dear to my heart, Feeding South Dakota, okay? Now let's take a look at this. What awareness is being brought here? Well, obviously awareness to hunger, right? Get help or donate. I think this is an excellent advocacy site because it's both sides of it. It's bringing awareness, giving to those who need help, but also seeking people to act under the donate aspect of it. And then lastly, let's look at an information site. Okay, an information site once again aims at informing, providing research, reports, statistics. Now, a very popular site over the past year and a half has been the CDC, where people lean on the information on the site to understand COVID numbers, vaccine availability, health recommendations for people with immune compromises or pregnancy and so forth. So sites like the CDC are well researched. They offer many reports, many statistics with the primary focus to inform. The second thing we're going to look at under this big idea of responsible knowledge online is evaluating online information. Now there's three pillars that we look at: authority, accuracy, and objectivity. So let's break these down. First, authority. Authority is much how the word sounds. The final authority or power on a subject. We want to evaluate a website, number one, for credibility. Okay, what aspects represent credibility? Is it current? Is the information relevant? Is it supported? And that brings us to our next bullet, expertise of sources. Does it have authority of the people that matter? So for example, if this is a site advocating a COVID-19 vaccine, are there links to the CDC, to the state of South Dakota Health Department? That would speak to authority because it's sharing experts on the source are advocating the same thing. Citations. Authority always shows where the information came from. If you see a website that isn't citing its sources, it lacks authority. And then most importantly, links. If a website has true authority, let's use the COVID-19 example. There would be links to the CDC. There would be links to the state of South Dakota Health Department. There would be citations. Everything would point to the expert. So authority is that first pillar we look at when evaluating a website. Second then is accuracy. We want to look for precision of information, meaning that the sources are all saying the same thing. Secondly, look for truthfulness of information. And to do that, it must rely on the authority we just looked at, where the sources are documented, where there are links to credible information. But again, that precision that all of the info is making the same claim. And be that once again, that may be for the COVID-19 vaccine or against. Accuracy is all about precision. So the authority rolls over to accuracy. And then lastly, we need to look for objectivity. And objectivity, as you likely know, is just simply free from bias. It is without personal agenda. And a good way to find that is to find the website's mission statement. What is their true goal? Is their true goal to inform or teach? Or is their true goal to persuade and prompt people to donate? Now, that doesn't mean the site couldn't be objective, but that mission statement is going to be a strong clue. The little comic you see in front of you, did you read my paper on confirmation bias? Yes, but it only proved what I already knew. Many people seek a single type of source because they are looking to confirm what they already know or already think. And they exclude even the possibility of reading information from other sources in fear that it might not support what they already know or think. That is called confirmation bias. That is what we want to avoid as internet researchers. If you hold a strong opinion on something, let's say you are pro-COVID-19 vaccine, the best thing you can do to strengthen your argument is to get online and learn about every argument against that is con or pro-anti-vaccine. That's how you prevent your own confirmation bias. Okay, so we had one simple learning objective today: identify basic strategies for conducting, evaluating, and recording research from internet sources. We looked at those 3 pillars for evaluating online information, which was authority, accuracy, and objectivity. And then we began looking at 2 different types of websites we primarily use for research, and that is advocacy websites, those websites meant to persuade, and informative websites, those websites meant to inform or teach. Thank you.